How's it going, everybody? A really quick video just to talk about seed sowing. So we're up to the 15th of January and it's very mild. The weather is like today, it's 7, 8, 9 degrees all the time, and we've had a few days frosts over the last couple of weeks, but even all over Christmas, 10, 12 degrees Celsius. And it's at this time every year that I see a lot of people getting ready to sow their seeds, and that's great. But just be aware of where you are and where you're living. And I think that for almost every seed, January is just too early. Now you might be lucky, you might be in certain areas that you can get away with doing a little bit in January, and it'll be useful that you get some crops early. But for the most part, January is far too early. Like realistically, it's sort of after Valentine's Day, sort of the third week of February, when the light levels start to increase by a good bit. The days are getting longer, the days are typically getting a bit warmer, and I always think that a really good judge as to when you should get going with your seed sowing is to look around you and see when nature is waking up. At this time of the year, pretty much everything, all the plants, all the hedges, all the trees, shrubs, apart from spring bulbs, everything is in sort of hibernation and winter mode. And you'll know when it's time to start sowing your seed when everything starts to wake up. The ground temperatures start to rise, grass starts to grow, and grass doesn't start really growing until it's 8 degrees plus, and that's for pretty much the whole 24 hours. Like as I say, at the moment it's 7 or 8 degrees, but that's not enough because tonight there's probably going to be a frost again. So you need to have that period of warmth, that 8 or 10 minimum for sort of the 24-hour period before you get spring will start coming and all the plants and nature will start to wake up. And that's always a great indication that you can get going and you can start sowing seed. So as you look around on Instagram and social media over the next few weeks, you'll see people sowing seed, and you'll think to yourself, wow, I'm way behind, I'll never catch up, I need to get sowing. Don't panic. It definitely is too early. Now again, as we get to the period where you do need to start sowing, towards the end of February, know your own area, because I'm very inland here in Ireland and we will get late frosts. So even February is, it's early enough for me. Last year I didn't do anything until mid-March because it wasn't set up, and everything just came in fine. We had a very cold spring, and that can happen. And on the law of averages, like we've had up to this point in January, we've had really mild weather. So on the law of averages, we're going to get a cold snap sometime, and if that happens to be when your seedlings are almost ready to be planted out, you're going to have to sit. At best case scenario, you sit and mind them, but worst case scenario, they all die on you and get killed. So don't panic. Get going later and know your own area. As I say, people in coastal areas, people in the warmer parts of Ireland or in any other part of the world, warmer parts can sow away. You can get sown a lot earlier, but know your own area. And if you're not sure, if you're new to it and you're getting going maybe for the first, or you're not that experienced at it, go ask somebody locally who grows vegetables or flowers or seeds, and ask them, is it okay to start sowing? And they'll know. If they've been at it for a while, they'll know. So just talk to the experienced people in your area and they'll know that it is or it isn't a good time to get going. For me here, I'll be definitely later than most other people, and it can be, as I say, a little bit frustrating. You're looking at everybody else has their tomatoes sowed and their aubergines and their peppers, and they're getting going just way earlier than me, and that can be a little bit frustrating. You think you're falling behind, but I promise you won't be. So just that's the tip. I am doing another video this week just to run through all the bits and pieces that you need to sow seeds. There's a lot of stuff that people talk about, seed trays, module trays, and I'll explain what all of those are. And if you don't have those things, I'll show you, ways that you can do it, just by using things that you have around the house, recycling milk cartons and so on. So I'll show you ways of doing that. So yeah, that was all. I just want to drop on and just say, don't panic around sowing seed. Wait until nature starts to wake up, and then that's when you can get going. And you'll feel it in the air. There'll be the warmth, there'll be a buzz, you know, the birds will be out, all of that, you'll feel that spring coming on, and then that's when you need to get sowing. Before that, like if you walk around today, it's very quiet, all the plants are dormant, and it's just too early. So don't panic when you see people sowing seeds at the moment. You'll get there, and just be patient. You'll have less minding, and yeah, you'll be ready to go when the real spring hits. Okay, I'll drop on next week and just show you all the little bits and pieces that you can be getting now in order to be ready to sow then towards the end of Feb.